Hello, good morning, students. Assalamu alaikum. This is Mr. Isa, your social studies teacher for grade 5. Still, we are in Unit 4 that says Today and the Future. Lesson 5 Environmental Issues. Textbook from page 130 to 133. Activity book page 75 to page 79. Okay. Every lesson, as usual, has its own objectives, and the objectives of these lessons are to analyze the impact that modern life has on the environment, to analyze the impact that modern life has on the environment. 2. To predict how future discoveries and inventions could affect our lives. 3. To analyze the effects of human activities. To analyze the effects human activities have had on the environment, on the past and the present. Thank you. Okay, environmental effects of fertilizer. The first thing we want to discuss, the first thing we want to see is fertilizers. Remember the previous lesson? We discussed some things about fertilizers, and we said how good fertilizers are. They are really helping our farmers. We get a lot of things after using fertilizers. But fertilizers, as much as they are very important, still they can cause damage to us. Fertilizers are very important because they help us, as you have seen in the last lesson. However, fertilizers can also cause damage to the balance of nutrients and life cycles in our environment. Let us try to see the ways in which fertilizers can be harmful. Ways in which fertilizers can be harmful. Number 1. We all know sometimes it rains. So after applying the fertilizers on the ground or the land, sometimes when it rains, the rainwater carries away nitrogen from the land to the rivers and the seas. We saw last time that a number of fertilizers are made from nitrogen or using nitrogen. So the same nitrogen that was applied on the land to assist us, when it rains, the rain can carry away the nitrogen to the rivers and the seas. This nitrogen can kill the fishes and damage other animals in the sea. We know animals like fish, they don't need nitrogen. It's not good for them. So the same fertilizer which is made of nitrogen or from nitrogen, when washed away by the rain to the sea and the rivers, they can cause harm by killing the fishes and damage other animals in the sea. Here is a picture of how fertilizer may be applied or is applied on the ground to our plants. You can see the middle picture. Someone is even worried, asking, will the rain wash away my fertilizer? Because they know once the fertilizer is washed away, it causes harm to other things. Here is an example of the rain. The first two pictures on the top, it's raining. We can see it's raining. But try to imagine it's raining after the farmers had applied their fertilizers. So the rain will wash away the nitrogen which is included in the fertilizers. This nitrogen, you can see down there, it can come and kill our fishes. You can see a lot of fishes, they are found there. They have died because of the nitrogen found in fertilizer. Fishes don't need nitrogen. It's really harmful to them. Thank you. Still, we have to discuss some things about fertilizers. Some fertilizers contain chemicals that are poisonous to people and animals. Some fertilizers contain chemicals that are poisonous to people and animals, because some fertilizers include the lead, mercury, arsenic, and all these, they are very, very harmful to people and animal. These metals can build up in the vegetables that grow on heavily fertilized land. Again, the lead, mercury, arsenic, the chromium, all these metals, they can build up in vegetables that grow on heavily fertilized land. So this is another negative impact of fertilizers. The other one is during the manufacturing of fertilizers. When we are making the fertilizers also emits greenhouse gases that contribute to the global warming. When we are manufacturing the fertilizers, some greenhouse gases are emitted, and they contribute to the global warming. What are these greenhouse gases? What are these greenhouse gases? Gases that trap heat in the atmosphere. The greenhouse gases are gases that trap heat in the atmosphere. And once the heat is trapped, it causes global warming. Good. What is global warming? What is global warming? Global warming is the slow increase in the average temperature of the Earth atmosphere because of an increased amount of heat from the sun is being trapped in the atmosphere and not radiated out into space. Global warming is the slow increase in the average temperature of Earth's atmosphere because of an increased amount of heat from the sun is being trapped in the atmosphere and not radiated into the space. What are some of the causes of global warming? What are some of the causes of global warming? 1. The burning of fossil fuels, the methane from cattle farming, and cutting down of trees by humans. This is deforestation. Here in this slide we shall see some pictures or some demonstrations or illustrations of global warming. The sun hits the ground, and some light that hits the earth is reflected. Some becomes hot because when the greenhouse gases they trap the heat, this tempers with the movement of natural heat that should be moving. The carbon dioxide and other gases in the atmosphere, they trap the heat, keeping the earth warm. When the carbon dioxide and other gases in the atmosphere trap the heat, they keep the earth warm. This is all what is explained in this slide. Thank you. We have to see the consequences of global warming. What are the impact of global warming? As temperature rises, weather patterns change. As temperature rises, the weather pattern changes. We see more hurricanes, storms, and droughts. All these are causes of the global warming. So we can see how much problems our activities can lead to the global warming. And once you have the global warming, it is believed the hurricanes, the storms, and the drought will increase. The other impact, animals are dying due to habitat loss. Animals will die because they keep on changing their living places. Some animals are not used to some conditions, but they have to move to that place, so they will die. The other one, the increase in hurricanes and drought will have high economic cost for people on earth. We know when a place becomes very dry, people can no longer grow crops. Then where will they get the food? If getting the food is difficult, they have to spend more money. So this will lead to high economic cost. The other one is, as cooler countries get hotter, They may face outbreaks of diseases. All these are consequences of global warming. Good. So, generally, what have we learned? We have learned that. What have we learned? We have learned that as much as fertilizers may be good, but still they can cause problems. We have also learned we should stop cutting down trees frequently because this will cause deforestation, and deforestation will cause global warming. And we have seen the consequences of global warming. So, it's we human beings who can stop the global warming by changing our habits. We can control the heat, we can control all the impact of global warming by changing our habits. And we stop doing what will cause all these problems as we discussed in the previous slides. Thanks for following, and feel free to ask any question. Goodbye.